Hey y'all, it's Brad Allen, and today I want to talk about a question that was just asked of me the other day when I was at an event. It's a brand new agent that came up and was like, how do you recommend getting your first deal? And it's a really good question. It gets asked a lot because everybody thinks there's a magic bullet. And I bet if you polled 10 different people in this room, they're going to have different answers. There's an easy way, in my opinion. There's a little bit harder way. The easy way is if you're from the market you're in. If you grew up there or at least been there for a stint of time, you need to rely on your sphere of influence. But you have to have one thing when you do that. You got to have some vulnerability. I'm not saying you got to cry, right? But what I'm saying is you have to be able to ask for somebody to support you. And if you can do that, it's going to be real simple. If you can't, and you don't really want to work your sphere of influence, which some agents don't quite understand it, but they don't, then I would recommend you go look at a teamridge like there are in real estate, where we have lead generation tools. We have people that set appointments for our agents to go and close deals after some training, of course. So that's an easy way. You want your first deal? Honestly, 99% of the time, our company is the first deal that our agents get. That comes from us. But I want to talk to you about Sphere real quick because that's going to be your highest return. It's going to be what really feeds your business over the course of your career. And it goes something like this. I want you to go through your database, and I've made plenty of videos about this. Go through and compile it. Then I want you to go through and I want you to do something a little different than I've said in other videos. Pull out the low-hanging fruit. And what that means is go ahead and rank people that you think you're closest with first. People that you have had shared experiences with that would show up at your funeral kind of thing. And I want you to go and have personal conversations. I want you to invite them to coffee and just say, hey, I've got an opening this Tuesday. You know, I'm getting new into real estate. I want to bend your ear and pick your brain about some things that I'm doing. They're already coming to your house every other Friday anyways. So just go take it out to a coffee shop so it feels a little more professional. They got to see you in a different kind of light. And while you're there, this is the vulnerability. You say, hey, I've decided in real estate that I want to build my book of business on people that know, like, and trust me and direct referrals. I don't necessarily want to go sit at open houses and meet strangers and go through all of that. I want to work with people that I like. So I've got something to ask you. Would you be open to sending people that you know that might want to buy and sell to me when that happens? Would you trust me enough to try that? They're going to say yes, even if they don't mean it. They're going to say yes. Like, nobody's going to say no to your face. So when they say yes, you're like, awesome. That means a lot to me. Like, this is going to be a little bit slower approach for me, but it's going to mean the world to me to get referrals from you. Like, kind of really turn it on them, right? And when that is done, now you have their permission to follow up with them. Also, you have a duty to show up for them and answer their calls. And when they do send you a referral, you go and get it. What I found to be true, when agents do this approach, they are some of the most successful agents I see. They create a book of business that then calls them over the years instead of them always having to go out and hunt for new stuff. But it begins with vulnerability. It also ends with asking the question, will you send me business? And then they will be top of mind, and you'll be surprised at how many people call you with referrals. But you got to pick up the phone. You got to have that conversation. Or like I said, go the other route, join a team, get some leads, get some things under your belt, and hopefully people will call you later on. But either way, that's what I would do to get my first deal. And that's usually the easiest way to get your first deal.